Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to my channel. We're going to take a look at your love life. What's going on? What does Spirit want you to know? Right. Fallen for you. Right. And I have divine timing. Not yet. Trust the process. So let's see what this is all about. Somebody's not letting go. All right. I can't let go. Right. And it's, obviously somebody's still holding on to something that, some memories or something that felt good with you or when they were with you. And we are seeing not yet though, trust the process, alignment, and, somebody fell for you and maybe, there was other things going on in you guys' lives and you got separated for some reason, or you're being separated for some reason. And, it's clear that it's not over because you're still feeling something. And if you can't let go, if that's you, I felt some warmth, I felt some love, I felt something for this person, to the point where you're starting to obsess over it and create this attachment because maybe you're focusing on the thought, you're thinking you have to let go, or you're thinking this person is moving on, right? And the longer you wait or the more time that between the two of you is going to mean you're going to be forgotten. And somebody fell for you. You're hard to forget. And this is maybe something else that we'll look at tarot, and it's just right now you're not in alignment with this person, but it doesn't mean that you can't, come back together, right? So let's take a look at your person, how they view you and how they feel about you. All right, so tell me about this person, how they view you, how they feel about you, and how do you view them? All right, the Empress, the Six of Swords. You're somebody this person had a difficult time moving on from, if that's the case. The Empress, they view you beautiful. You lure them in, very attractive. There's something about you, you're healthy, you glow, you're attractive, you're a nurturer. Maybe you're a parent. And, the seed's been planted though with the Empress card. And, when we see trust the process and keep watering yourself, keep growing, keep, moving forward, even with the Six of Swords, you don't know where things are going to go. You don't have the answers yet. So what Spirit is asking you is to not automatically believe that it's going nowhere. It's just we don't know where it's going. You've left an impression on somebody. You've cared for somebody. You have shown love that maybe this person has never felt before. And you can see that they fell for you. Maybe they didn't mean to. Maybe you guys were just kind of supposed to one and done. I don't know, some of you. But then somebody here is like, I see more. I didn't realize I was going to catch feelings like this. Maybe they moved on too quickly, or they're moving, or they felt like the best was to move away from you for now, right? But even the Six of Swords is the way they feel is, I can pretend like I'm moving on, but that doesn't mean that I'm moving on from how you made me feel. Physically, with the Empress here, physically they may be moving on from you, or it may be that you're separated, but that doesn't mean their heart, it has left you. All right, so let's see how you view them. The Ace of Swords. And what's the challenge? The Queen of Swords. This person confused you. You may have been like, everything was, because the feeling I'm getting with this person, it could be a Taurus, a Libra here, Aquarius, Gemini. The thing I'm getting about this person is it's hard to fall for someone and pretend. It's hard not to know that something was there. And so you felt it, you knew it. But then they may have said something or made decisions that didn't match what you were feeling. And honestly, it could be the problem is the Queen of Swords. Um, you know, another person. It's always my ex, right? It's always somebody in the picture. It's um it's just not being clear or not being able to make a decision. Your person may have thought about where this can go, may have thought that moving on or moving right now would be the best, especially if they were going through a divorce or dealing with something, or they're just freshly out of a situation. They weren't expecting things to get so serious so quickly with you. And maybe it was meant. Sometimes the Six of Swords can feel like, it's just a short-term relationship, moving on from one to go to another, but we all, as somebody at one point or another has done that. But obviously you're the Empress and you left your mark, you left your impression on somebody. But the problem is now they're not saying anything. They're not telling you that you're on their mind. You're always on their mind and they still think about you. But, if there's somebody else in the picture, it's not a very good picture here with the Queen of Swords being a challenge. If there is somebody in the picture, it's not somebody who's being nice. It's not somebody, that's happy, right? With it being a challenge. So even if this person has moved on from you, they haven't replaced you. You haven't been replaced. It's hard to replace an Empress. So how do you feel about them though? And the Hierophant, you really wanted a commitment. Look at this, the divine. This, for some of you, you may be thinking this person is your divine masculine, or this is your spiritual connection. This was marriage, or this could be marriage. This could be the one. You have very strong Taurus energy. And for a lot of you, you gave your heart to somebody. And once you do that, it's really hard just to step back. And this person may be everything that you were imagining in a relationship, and you wanted a commitment. You wanted them to commit, and it looks as though it may just not have been the right time. This person may have flaked on you due to past experiences, even if there wasn't another person involved. And for those of you that are, question third parties or question other people, if I see a person come into a reading, it doesn't mean they have to be with that person right now, but somebody could have really hurt them too in the past. Or somebody they could be divorced and still dealing with the parent of the children if there's children involved. We can see that there could have been a marriage here, and somebody may have just freshly moved on from it and wasn't planning on falling for you, but they did. So what does Spirit think you should do? The Temperance card. All right. Temperance card is keep on going. You got to keep on doing your thing and trusting in the divine timing. I mean, that is the card of divine timing. Here's the thing. We can't wait for a situation. We can't stop our life to wait for a situation to happen. And it's not going to make us happy. And if you need this to happen to make you happy, you've got too much of an attachment to the situation. Or even get the chaser seeking validation. But we are seeing here that you've got to continue moving on. It just seems like you guys may have met, you may have planted the seed. And it could take some time for the two of you to come into alignment again, but it doesn't mean that behind the scenes all this isn't working out. But if you choose to wait, you choose to wait. Nobody can make you wait. And it doesn't mean that this can't happen in the future. It's just that it wasn't what you or this person expected. You may have expected it. I'm sorry about that. But this person may not have expected to stay very long. And then to catch feelings. It could be something like that. So you are, in a sense, being asked to kind of let go a little bit and just keep going about your day and seeing where things go. Don't stop your life for a situation. But if some of you were looking for validation, if you were chasing a situation or you're attached to a situation and you're wondering what's going on behind the scenes, this is what's coming up with me. But it's a kind of reading that can make you feel better, that, somebody's not forgetting about you, and they're not, it's hard to replace you, even if they maybe are with somebody else. Um, but there's, what do you do with that? It's whatever you want to do with it. Could be Sagittarius energy. Let's see Aries through Pisces and see what I get for each zodiac sign. All right, so for this week, I see Aries, King of Swords. You have thinking about you, thinking about communicating with you, and thinking about being honest with you. Again, there could be somebody else influencing them when a person shows up. Taurus having a hard time dealing with the separation. If you guys are separated, they may not have experienced this before, or felt or thought it would hurt this much. Gemini, Page of Pentacles. All right, we're seeing a note come in, maybe checking up on you, saying hi, maybe keeping it cool, keeping it as friends, just wanting to take things slow. Cancer, I see the Five of Swords. Cancer is still confused, right? They're not even sure if they're making the right decision, or maybe even what they want, so it might be easier to move on. Maybe they feel it's hurting too much and it's a no-win situation, so it's best to move on right now with that Six of Swords we saw. There could be conflict here with the Cancer. Maybe you're feeling confused. Leo, King of Cups, right? So Leo here has got deep feelings for you. You may receive an offer. There could be another influence, another person in their life, a masculine energy, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Virgo, the Chariot card. So it looks like Virgo returning. All right, it looks like moving forward, and finally, this is the moment. Maybe I'm being pulled to you, and this is it. This is what we got to do. It is what it is. We'll figure it out as we go. Libra, Six of Wands, returning, wanting your attention here. So you may get some attention from your Libra. You have some sixes showing up for you today, and they value you. They appreciate you. And it looks like, a big win here, possibly. Libra, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scorpio, Page of Cups. Scorpio's got feelings for you. They could be dealing with children, or somebody younger in their life, but it looks like they have feelings for you, and you could hear from your Scorpio this week, some messages of love, building a crush on you, or falling for you. Because some of you, this could be you're falling for somebody and they're taken, right? But they're taken by you too. Sagittarius, I see the Judgment card. All right, so they may be second guessing themselves. Did I make the right decision? You could have a chance for a do-over with the Sagittarius. Capricorn, you have the Nine of Cups, right? So the Nine of Cups is telling me you are definitely desired. You're at the top, right? This is a wish coming true for you, wish being granted. The Nine of Cups, loving yourself and knowing that you are chosen. You are the one that's chosen, and somebody chooses you. They may have not realized it in the time, or you guys were dealing with a complicated situation, but I am seeing here that they choose you, another Capricorn, maybe a relationship forming between you and another Capricorn. Aquarius, we have some phone calls and flirting. All right, so checking in on you. This could be a new Aquarian wanting to flirt with you, test the waters, but you can see they're definitely into you, definitely falling for you. And Pisces, falling for you, but being quiet about it. All right, they may be still trying to keep their eyes on the situation, trying to figure you out. They'll, or if you guys are silent or giving each other the silent treatment, you have a Pisces who's still watching you from afar. All right, so if you're still with me, I'm going to give you a bonus message from a couple different decks and a yes/no question. So the question on your mind, think about the question on your mind. Think about hyping, subscribing. Think about hitting that QR code if you want a handmade candle or if you want a personal reading. What is the question on your mind? You have a yes. Right? And so a missed opportunity may be coming back around. I have Cancer energy. Somebody very nostalgic about you may come in, take the opportunity. Maybe, they're waiting for the right time. They felt stuck in a situation. In the past, they may have been focusing on the negative, like this isn't going to work out. We're on different paths. But now they're seeing that, you know, there's a chance they could have missed the opportunity with you, and maybe hoping, look at this, the Six of Cups, that you guys find a way to connect again or reconnect. There's Scorpio energy returning, right? So very strong return energy. Now, if you're still with me and you want to manifest this in, right? I got these cards that I've always wanted to use on this. It's they're for manifesting. Right? So let me get you a card here. What does Spirit want you to know if you're trying to manifest this connection in? Interrupting patterns. Every habit is a loop, a trigger, action, reward. Using pattern interrupts, you can break this cycle by introducing small intentional disruptions to any habit you want to change. Over time, these interruptions become part of the pattern, creating lasting transformation. All right, guys, I love you. Until the next time, take care.